Today, I'm going to be pushing MLB The Show to the limits to see if it's possible to hit a 700-foot home run. For reference, the longest recorded home run in MLB history is 575 feet, which was hit by Babe Ruth in 1921. As much as I love Babe, I'm pretty sure he didn't actually hit one 575 feet. Either way, we're going to be trying to go 125 feet beyond that. And after seeing Scann beat my 617-foot record with a 691-foot home run, I can't let him win this longest home run war. To start, I try to recreate the stadium that Scann used to hit his 691-foot home run, and after experimenting with tons of different props and putting together the perfect roster, it was time for my very first attempts. But none of these attempts would come anywhere close, so I went back to do some more research on how Scann hit his home run so far, and noticed he uploaded the stadium he used to the vault, giving me the recipe for success. This would be like Plankton getting his hands on the Krabby Patty secret formula, or Slugworth figuring out the secret to the everlasting gobstopper, which I realize makes me the villain in this scenario, but let's just get back to hitting some home runs. Okay, 20 miles an hour wind, just about the straightaway center. We saw Scann do it with 19 mile an hour wind. It was a little more dead center. I hope that doesn't throw this off, but I have the lineup set up. You can see my batting order right here. I made sure that they're all 99 on contact and power versus everybody, and these are also guys with quirks. So we're playing a day game on the road. We're hitting fastballs and we're swinging first pitch. So those are 4 quirks right there that I looked for in these players to hopefully make a bit of an impact. Let's see how it goes. 700 is not going to be easy. We got to hit 600 first. And if I can at least go 692, I can go to bed happy. Trey Turner, first swing. What do we have? Keep bouncing, Trey. Keep bouncing. 601 on the first swing. Okay, that's a good sign. It's a great sign of things to come. I do wonder if it's the wind shouldn't be the dead center and it should be the left instead. 525. We're hitting it decent. 119 off the bat, but I don't know if we want to go that far to left field. I think we want to go more like left center. We do see the bounce going on, which is huge, and 538 is not bad, but we got to be more. I see. I think it's something like that almost, where we go really center field with it with Ohtani. 114 off the bat. Huge bounce. Big turn. 565. Okay. I think there's something to that, though. Soto? Excuse me? Excuse me? 615. He just kept running. He kept running forever. What happened? But after that start from Trey, I wasn't able to recreate that magic and wasn't really coming close to hitting 700 foot. So at this point, I decided to stop this attempt and go back to restarting games over and over in an attempt to get better wins. Okay, we're back. Next day, we have 19 miles an hour to left field. I have all righties on the team. They're all extreme pull. And I've also found some guys who have really quick no doubt animations because I feel like that has something to do with it. I'm not sure. We're trying everything right now. Let's give this a shot. If we don't get close here, I'm running out of ideas. Now, the goal with this setup was to get the ball to bounce on the parking lot props out in the outfield and continue to bounce as the game would sometimes not stop tracking the home run distance until the ball would stop bouncing out on the props into the outfield. Sadly, this is not very consistent, as oftentimes the ball only bounces once before the tracking stops, and this results in a much shorter home run. Now, Bobby Witt is one of the fastest no-doubters. I mean, he gets running. We need him to round first, make it the second. Big bounce. Keep bouncing. Keep bouncing. I think if that keeps bouncing, we could do it. We need that to just keep bouncing for us. .616, that's the furthest one that we've hit, but it's not even past the original one. That is the furthest we've hit, though. So maybe as we're getting later in this game, weirder things are happening. Okay, a couple changes I've made. I've gone out and I've raised our prop in the outfield up off the ground, and I'm hopeful that that keeps the ball bouncing more. I'm thinking maybe if it gets close to the ground, the game's like tracking it as hitting the ground and it's ending the distance. So if we're up off of the ground, maybe it just keeps bouncing and bouncing and bouncing. Also, I've made sure that we are now 500 feet to left center and right field, unless we go to dead center. But even that, I mean, that's dead center as we can be. At least 500 foot. Just start bouncing for me. That's what we want to see. It took a second bounce and stopped again, though. 628. New record. Not even excited about it though. 70 feet to go-ish. I just need one random like 650 to just spark it again. I need a random 650 to just help a boy out one time. It'll be right here. 574. Yeah, pretty close though. Well, this is about home run number 50 right here, and honestly, we haven't really seen better results. We did hit our furthest home run yet, but outside of that, nothing too crazy. We've been chilling around the 560 mark. I don't think this setup is it. We're going back to the drawing board once again. And this was pretty discouraging. And remember, between each of these attempts, I'm spending hours restarting games to try and get the perfect win. I was already starting to lose my sanity, and I needed to see some progress really quick if I was going to continue with this attempt of hitting a 700-foot home run.
Well, as you notice, I'm not at my setup, and that'll make sense in a second, don't you worry. When I ended yesterday, honestly, I thought I would fire up today. I tried to hit a couple of home runs. I wouldn't get anywhere close, and that would be it. I'd be done. I'd throw in the towel, and Scann would be victorious. But in a last-second effort, I asked a couple people in my Discord for a little bit of help. Maybe they could get on and just start hitting some home runs and see what would happen. That's when I made a discovery, because as you can see by this image right here, there is over 20-mile-an-hour wind happening in this game, which really confused me because between all my attempts and Scann's attempts, we had never gotten past 20 miles an hour wind. And we were able to figure out that the reason for that is because it was on a PS5 and not an Xbox. If you play on PlayStation, you can get more wind in your games. So yes, I went and bought a PS5 today. Editing Ance here, cut again real quick to say, yeah, that wasn't the case at all. It's not based off the console. Now, I came to that conclusion because I had seen two people get 20+ mile an hour wins on the PS5, and then I booted up my own PS4, and within 4 games got 20+ mile an hour wins. Well, at this point, I had done thousands and thousands of games on the Xbox resetting win between this video and the one where we hit 617 and never got above 20. Same with Scann. So I was confident it was something to do with the PlayStation, and the reality maybe even makes less sense. It's based upon the opponent you play. So you'll notice for the rest of this video, I'm playing against the Athletics every time because when you play the A's, you can get up to 27-mile-an-hour wind. For some reason, while playing the Rangers, I can only get up to 20-mile-an-hour wind. Don't know why that's the case, but it definitely wasn't based off the console. But I got an excuse to buy a PS5, so it's still a win. I'll be honest, I've been looking for an excuse to buy a PS5 for a while, but I also like the idea that I'm so dedicated to hitting this home run that I went out and bought a PS5. However, that being said, I'm pretty confident that we're going to hit a 700-foot home run now. It's only a matter of time. Yesterday, I was down, it was out, it was over. Today, I've never been more confident. So let me get home, set this up, and we're hitting a 700-foot home run.
Back home, PS5 set up, and I've been restarting games for so long, it's not even funny. But we have 27 miles an hour blowing out to right field. I'm not 100% positive if this setup is going to do it. Maybe it needs to be more center. I need to adjust the lineup a little bit, but we're going to give this a shot. I'm going to take about 200 home run swings here, and let's see what we can get. As confident as I was, though, I wasn't actually seeing better results so far. My normal home runs were going a little bit further due to the wind, but I still didn't seem to be getting the distance tracking from the bouncing on the props to be working consistently for me. And after an entire evening of hitting hundreds upon hundreds of home runs, I had to throw in the towel for another day. Now, by this point at the end of day 3, a 700-foot home run had been hit, just not by myself. And strangely enough, the person who hit the 700-foot home run, they were able to load in and hit home runs further than 650, usually within 15 to 20 swings, which also tracks with Scann's video where he was able to hit one beyond 630 pretty early on in his attempts, which was a number I had yet to beat. So with the help of my Discord, I was able to get some more people attempting, and several of us could not get past 630 feet with any sort of consistency, no matter what. At this point, I fully believe Ramon was just blessing some people's accounts with the ability to hit further home runs than others. It's the only thing that can explain the difference. Before the final day, I was up till 3 a.m. testing the night before. I was determined to figure out what variable was limiting my home run distance. I tested stadium props, players, wind, quirks, console, presentation mode, controller, game mode, umpire accuracy, month, time of day, weather. No stone was left unturned. After today, I just got to move on. I got to throw in the towel. I got to quit. I'm gonna hit about 300 home runs here. We have great wins set up. We got the team, we got the Joe Random pitchers, we got the stadium. This is everything that we could have to possibly make it work. is right here. This is it. The final countdown, the last supper of MLB The Show home runs. It's right here. It's right now, or it's never. And by never, probably I try again in like a month, because I'm not sure if I can live with myself if I can't hit a 700-foot home run. Probably the most frustrating part is because I don't actually know what to change and what to do differently to hit another home run besides sit here and hit a million of them. But I know that it probably isn't going to do anything. I think if we were to hit a 700-foot home run within this first, now our 9th home run now, we would have already seen a really long home run, and that would basically tell us, okay, we can do this. It can work with this setup. But there's not much better I can get than 27-mile-an-hour wind. That's the max that we found so far. It's blowing slightly to right field, still pretty central. I've seen it done with righties and lefties, winds on both sides of the central line. I've accounted for all the variables possible, and I just can't figure out what causes the difference. I don't know. I'm at a loss at this point. We're at 9 home runs. I'm gonna hit a couple hundred more here, and let's just see if anything happens. 632, slowly but surely, 1 foot at a time, folks. 639. That's the furthest yet. Unfortunately, as the home runs continued to fly, the distances wouldn't. Brandon Inge had a better chance of hitting a home run in the 2009 Home Run Derby than I did of hitting this 700-foot home run, and it was time to throw in the towel. Now, don't worry, you've made it this far, so I will be showing you what a 700-foot home run would have looked like if I had hit one.
Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here.
And for fun, here is a side-by-side of a 700-foot home run with Riley Green and me hitting a home run with Riley Green. Those are somehow over 100 feet apart. I would simply fail. Sometimes that's just how baseball go. But if you want to try for yourself, head to the vault, download Scann Bingus Bongus Stadium. It's a heck of a name, I know. Load up into games against the Oakland A's, which I have found will get you the most win possible with an all 99 hitter team. Wait till you get 20-mile-an-hour wind to center field, and comment down below how long of a home run that you're able to hit. I would love to see somebody beat 737 feet, and I'm pretty sure Scann's going to be able to go through and hit a 700-plus foot home run. So I want to make sure some of y'all out there are at least beating him if I can.